Hey everyone, Mutant Hippie here with some key points from the dev blog that was streamed on the 26th of October 2022. So if you're watching this from the future, howdy. I tried to catch as much of the stream as I could, and these are the main points that got me excited for the new patch coming in November, and of course for the future of the game. In no particular order, here we go. Some maps are getting some airlocks added to them. This is to help reduce the airlock busy message some of us are getting. Also to help create a tense feeling as you're entering the raid maps and to potentially bring those engagements a little bit quicker with Marauders rushing the airlocks, which was always intended. So far, this includes the naval outpost being increased from 4 to 6 airlocks. They also mentioned closing off a certain area within the asteroid mine over by air processing. The picture is up on the screen. Apparently this one was pretty notorious, so I think a redistribution of the airlocks on the mine map is more than welcome by a lot of people. Now, the devs mentioned a lot of quality of life and potential features that are going to be coming down the pipeline. Some that are going to be coming in November and some that are going to be in the future. There are daily ban waves that are going on, and they are banning hackers, etc. left, right, and center. This kind of thing is always bound to happen with competitive shooters like Marauders, so it's nice to know that they are staying on top of it and are implementing these ban waves. So keep it up, devs. Toggle lean is also a feature that's going to be coming very soon. I believe this is one of the new features coming in November. Always a welcome addition. No real explanation needed here. The devs also mentioned a field of view slider. Again, a welcome addition, not much of an explanation needed for what a field of view slider is, and as with every patch, there are some optimizations coming down the pipeline for this release in November. The devs have also been working on items that seem to vanish from your inventory, a known bug by a lot of us. It's happened to me a few times as well. From what they've been saying, this bug does seem to be based on your region and even the kit you're loading into raids with. This is a bug they are aware of, and they are working on it. Again, always nice to know. There was some chit chat regarding reconnecting to raids if you get disconnected. This one they had mentioned is not an easy fix, but they are looking into it. In a nutshell, some games will have a reconnect button you click to get back into the server or the raids exactly where you'd left off. Nothing coming on this one just yet, but hey, it's still early days for a great game like Marauders, so fingers crossed. There are some additional prestige perks in the works too. That was pretty exciting to hear. Having the extra bar for your inventory is great, but having some extra options and choices, I'm sure that will entice more Marauders to prestige, but as of right now, there are no details, which was a bit of a shame to hear, but hey, I can't wait to see what they come up with. No wipes once 1.0 hits. Wipes will only be happening in early access when new features are being implemented. This one makes sense, and they did mention that your career or your path through the world of Marauders should be a long one. So, once 1.0 hits, no wipes, baby. Myself and a lot of you crazy Marauders out there are also looking for a little bit more information when we end a raid. For instance, we've been looking for more information on our accuracy, shots fired, shots hit, which limbs were hit, amount of damage taken and dealt out. This is something that's still in the works and probably won't be implemented for a while, but a feature that I am really looking forward to, just so I can see how badly I'm missing all of those shots. So, can't wait for that. Now, there has been some talk about VoIP, but again, this is something that won't be implemented for a while, if at all. It's a feature that's going to require a lot of testing. There was some mention of trying something different first, but there was no clarification on what this something else might be. My speculation is that it may be in-game squad comms, but again, that's just a guess. Squad comms would be great, but considering Discord and stuff like that's available, maybe it's for pairing up with random people. That would be a kind of cool feature, but again, that is just a big guess on my part. In-game squad comms? Who knows? Well, it looks like we're in for a real treat with some of the weapon reveals that we saw today on the stream, plus some extra goodies that are in the works. First off, there's the new battle rifle, the EM2 battle rifle, which was the prototype for the British SA-80. It'll be chambered with the 5.56 round, and they suspect it will be a strong meta weapon. We'll just have to wait and see for that one. It'll have a 20 round mag so as not to be too overpowered, and it really did remind me of the SA-80 before they even flashed a picture up of it, and some of the pics will be coming up on screen right now. You'll be able to pick one up from the SAS boys or by raiding the vaults. They also mentioned, personally one of my favorites, the Webley revolver is also in the works and is going to be chambered in the 32 ACP round, so plenty of ammo to go around for it. I'm not sure how they'll go about doing this, but they said they wanted to make sure this is a weapon that will be used, unlike a lot of other revolvers in other games that quickly are forgotten and sort of left to the wayside. It'll be interesting to see how they do that for sure. The devs had also mentioned that grenades are in the works, but again, this is one of those features that needs some serious spit, shine, and polish. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. I feel the flow of gameplay and firefights already has quite a nice balance to it without grenades, but hey, it's a game with gunplay, so grenades were always going to be implemented at some point, so I look forward to it regardless. Now, this is something that got me really fucking excited. Optics for semi-auto rifles. These are being worked on, but like a lot of gameplay features, they are still in the works. They aren't really on the roadmap, and they won't be implemented in the November patch, so don't get your hopes up with this one for quite some time. I am looking forward to seeing how they'll be implemented or how they'll change the meta of the game if they do at all. I imagine that they'd be really used on or be useful on maps like Terraformer, where you have those wide open spaces. That's where I think you'd see those optics really shine. Either way, I am looking forward to them. And attachments. Who doesn't like a nice customized weapon? The goal is to have at least 3 or 4 attachments for each of the weapons to provide some unique aesthetic to them. One of the weapons showcased with these attachments was the Sten with a nice wooden stock, what looked like a muzzle brake, some cleaner iron sights being implemented on the weapon as well, just for cleaning it up, and an absolutely ludicrous 60-round snail drum mag. Yes, you heard it. A 60-round drum mag for the Sten. That's going to be insane. There was also some mention of reduced spray for the Sten, a nice added bonus to be sure. Alright, okay, the last section here is for balancing and gameplay. They are working on map cycling to help with the repetition, mostly to make sure that the penal colony and the naval outpost made it into the map loop. I don't know if that was a joke or not, because for me, it's all I ever seem to get, but hey, if they are fixing the map loop and the repetition, I can't wait for it, so excellent stuff there. I think it's definitely needed. The devs also mentioned that they are working on loot distribution to make certain areas of the maps or the locations a little bit more appealing. Always a win in my book, as there are still some areas of the maps that I really rarely need to go to because the loot is just not there. Always a win in my book. Speaking of which, there was mention of adding a new location to the naval outpost, as a lot of us Marauders seem to be having a hard time making the trip worthwhile, especially with how cracked some of those SAS boys are. They mentioned an Easter egg, which is a new depot on the map, and the picture is now up on screen. Speaking of those cracked SAS boys, there's a reason for it. Not many people know this. Maybe it's common knowledge now, but not many people knew this before. The SAS squaddies are all squadded up. So if you alert one or kill one or aggro one, whatever you want to call it, the rest of the squad will come a-running for you. So just be aware of that from now on, just in case you didn't know. There was also some chit-chat regarding some of the Zero to Hero quest lines, for instance, making some of the harder missions just a little bit more forgiving. Again, no real specifics mentioned, but also doubling the size of the Zero to Hero quest line, and also some mention of potential faction quest lines in the future, but again, they are in the works. They're not 100% confirmed, but I'm very excited to see what comes of that comment in the future about those faction quest lines. Very excited. And for all of you Marauders that have been running into the cracked, double-barreled, shotgun-wielding prisoner over on the penal colony, they know that it's a bug, and it is a bug where he just doesn't need to reload. A bug, possibly one that may not get fixed, just to instill that fear in you as you scavenge through the penal colony. Absolutely terrifying. Female Marauder voice lines are also in the works, which was quite a surprise to me. The Marauders themselves are wearing gas masks, breathing apparatus and survival suits, so they already look fairly androgynous as is. It is in the works, but no mention of any planned release date for them from what I can recall. Also, you'll soon be able to register Marauder kills when you pod somebody, which is always nice. Looting pods may also be a thing in the future. It's not content that's going to be released in November, but it is something they're looking into. Again, very, very exciting stuff. Now, I know that we've all noticed that the audio can seem a little bit janky at times in Marauders. It is being worked on. They are working on adding some occlusion to help with the vertical sound issues, but again, like a lot of these features that I've mentioned over the video, it is something that's going to be worked on, but it's going to be something that's worked on over time. It doesn't seem like there's a quick fix for this. So for now, enjoy the game as is, and we'll get there in the end. And the last one for the video, Rigs will finally be able to be placed inside backpacks, and they'll work like folded bags, but no bags, inside bags, inside bags, inside bags, inside bags, etc., which I'm sure we can all agree is a bit silly at the end of the day, and it's a feature that I am looking forward to. Finally able to fold up those rigs and store them inside your backpack. Well, everybody, that was the first video I've ever done like this. Please leave me some constructive criticism in the comment section. If you found this video interesting, informative in any way, please leave me a like. Please subscribe if you enjoyed it. Join me on Twitch. I do stream over there pretty regularly. My handle over there is MutantHippie87, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take it easy for now. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.